So let's get started. My 3-step SOS Facebook Live formula. We're going to go ahead and introduce myself later on. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes. How's that sound? So first of all, I want you to silence your cell phones. Okay, I want you to shut down anything that's in the background. I want you to shut your door, silence your phone, and I want you to stay to the very end. It's really important that as you are watching this webinar that you're taking notes. So this way you can go back and either one, rewatch the webinar, or two, you really can absorb everything that you're learning. And I know if I have distractions, I forget absolutely everything. If you can relate to that, drop a 1 in the chat. If you don't take those notes, you completely forget everything that you learned. So I'm curious, I want to know who has done a Facebook Live. If you have done a Facebook Live before, I want you to drop a 2 in the comments below. Let me see those comments come through. All right. Yep, some people. All right, so some of you have done it. And are you happy with the results? Let me know if you're happy with the results. Maybe some of you have just gotten started and you're like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good, but I could learn a little bit more. Or some of you are like, yeah, I'm getting awesome views, but I'm not necessarily getting customers or distributors. And if you're not doing Facebook Lives, what is the main thing that's holding you back from pressing that go live button? What is holding you back? So I want you to know that you're in the right place if you are ready to start doing Facebook Lives to attract unlimited amounts of leads into your business. So, we usually hear the term from maybe some team members, or maybe we've said it before, we've run out of people to talk to. Have you ever felt that way before? Well, here's what I want you to understand. Not only with social media will you never run out of leads and never run out of prospects, but when you do Facebook Lives, it's going to be that much easier for you to turn a lead into a prospect and turn a prospect into a customer or a business partner. You're also in the right place if you're tired of running out of leads. You're in the right place if you're ready to become an influencer on Facebook using live video. If you're ready to step it up, level up, and if you're ready to recruit up. So I remember when I was recruiting into like my first network marketing business, I wasn't recruiting quality people. I was recruiting people that just weren't ready to commit to building the business. So you're also in the right place if you're ready to break through that annoying fear of not going live. You're also in the right place if you're ready to become a Facebook star. I mean, let's face it, Facebook Lives have turned into like your own reality show. So if you're ready to become a star on Facebook, recruit business partners, and close customers weekly into your business, you are in the right place. So if you are ready to use the tool of Facebook Lives with your team and have massive duplication, you are also in the right place. So let me tell you the number one reason your business needs you to do Facebook Lives. First off, your vibe attracts your tribe. So all the time we're wondering, like, how can I attract people that want to make money? How can I attract people to my product? People that want to use my product. That's called your ideal client or your ideal audience. Like, how can I attract them? And Facebook Lives, you guys, are the quickest way to start catching attention. And did you know that attention equals money? You might have heard me say this before. You might have heard other leaders in the industry say this, but attention equals dollar bills. So Facebook Lives will give you 3 times higher engagement than posting regular videos. I mean, think about that, 3 times higher. So if you're getting 100 views on a video that you post, you're going to get 300 views on a live video. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Facebook Lives get 5 times higher engagement than image posts. So if you're just posting a picture, you're going to get 5 times higher engagement by doing a Facebook Live. You guys, that is a big deal. Don't you think so? So we want to make sure, and as I turn my page here, you want to make sure that you're getting the engagement that you want, you're getting out there, you're reaching more people, and you can reach 50, 100, thousands of people in just 24 hours. That's how powerful Facebook Lives are. So I want you to imagine this for a second. You do a Facebook Live and you get 100 views. Your team members get 100 views. 2 of them do Facebook Lives and they get 100 views. Their 2 team members do a Facebook Live and get 100 views. In one day, if I did my math correct, that is 700 views, 700 eyeballs on your team and on you as their leader. That is stinking powerful. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am, because some of you might know me and some of you might have no idea who I am. So hopefully when you received your email, you also received a link to join my Moms in Heels group. If you have not, go back, search your spam. You will find that email. When you get the replay tomorrow, you will also receive another link to join the group. So I was featured on MLM Nation with Simon Chan. I was featured on the cover of Lady Savant magazine, which is an amazing, amazing networking group. I was interviewed by industry guru Todd Falcone. I served as a field advisory board member in my last network marketing company for 2 years. I was featured 2 times in a magazine, Prosper Magazine. And I've been coaching entrepreneurs in and out of the MLM industry for 2 years. I built a team of 20,000 customers and distributors in my last company in less than 2 years. I became a 6-figure earner in 90 days in my second network marketing company, utilizing Facebook and building online. So I've been in the industry for about going on 7 years now. And I have to tell you guys, the first 2 years, I did not make money. So I'm going to show you the switches and all the stuff that I've been doing since I became a 6-figure earner. But here is the truth. Most of you will not have success with Facebook Lives like I did in my network marketing business. You're probably like, what? Then why am I on this webinar, Marina? Well, let me tell you why, okay? Don't freak out just yet. There's 3 reasons. Number 1 is you're not hitting the go live button. Like you're freaking out. You're like, nobody cares what I have to say. I'm not going to hit that go live button. Number 2, you start doing Facebook Lives and you don't see immediate results and you give up. You literally give up. And number 3 is you are consistently spamming people on your Facebook Lives about your product or your business, and all you're doing is selling, selling, selling. And I want to add one more thing on here. If your Facebook Lives are on purpose and they're on point, but you're spamming with your Facebook posts and things that you're sharing on your personal profile, people will not watch your Facebook Lives. So you need to make sure that you're not spamming with join my business. Here's the buy one, get one free of my product. You know, here's a stupid video I shared that has nothing to do with who I am and what I'm in alignment with and the mission that I'm like on this planet for, right? People are attracted to who you are. And we're going to go through that a little bit. So I want to show you guys, before I started building online with Facebook, my monthly income in network marketing. So I started in 2012 and I made a whopping $1,000 a month. In 2013, maybe I hit $1,500 a month. But in 2014 is when I started to understand that building with Facebook was powerful. I didn't have to do in-home meetings. I didn't have to do in-home parties. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. I could reach so many people online. And then when I started using Facebook Live at the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, my income doubled. So this is the power of Facebook Lives for your business. That's when I implemented that. So do you think you might want to learn how to do Facebook Lives? You think you need to start implementing Facebook Lives into your business and into your weekly efforts and income producing activities? I think so. So what I want to do is I want to teach you my basic strategies. Okay, I'm going to go through quickly my SOS 3-step formula for you. So are you ready to learn the basics? Let me get some yeses in the comments. Are you ready to learn my basic strategies? You guys like the little high heel? I had that little bullet point made. I'm so obsessed with that. Okay, let's move on. So remember, I need you to stay to the end because there's a very special announcement at the end of this, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So let's go over the S, which is the slay. So if you're wondering what SOS stands for, it's slaying online sales. So the three things that hold people back is time, content, and fear. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like this is absolutely what's holding you back? I totally get that, but I want you guys to understand something. Time is an illusion. You can make time for a 10-minute Facebook Live 3 times a week. Content, I'm going to help you find it. And fear is fake. So let's go over that first. So fear is fake. If you can't beat fear, do it scared. Action will kill fear. Listen, you guys, I remember the first Facebook Live I did. It was horrible. Like, I go back and I watch it. Well, I don't go back and watch it too much because I'm so embarrassed. And whenever I see anything come up from 2013 that I posted on Facebook, I freak out. I'm like, who is this chick? Like, I cannot believe that this is who I used to be. But it's all good. Because if you start taking action and you say, I'm going to do it anyway, practice makes perfect. Nobody became perfect on Facebook Lives until they've been doing it for a long time. And I can promise you, I am still not perfect on my Facebook Lives. I still am growing. I'm still learning things, but you have to do it scared. I was nervous to come on here because we had over 300 people that registered for this webinar. But guess what? You have to get over that hurdle. You have to let the pain push you, because if you don't get over that fear right now, somebody else is going to steal your customers and steal your database because they are pushing through that fear and doing Facebook Lives, and they're going to steal your viewers and they're going to steal your sales. So we don't want to do that, right? So we want to break through that fear. You have to break through your limiting beliefs of what others might say, what others might think of you. You know, when I think about when I first started in network marketing, I had my family that just didn't get it. Maybe you guys can relate to that. Like, my family just didn't get it. Go get a job, Marina, or you have this degree in accounting. Why aren't you using it? You're working for Amazon. Like, why would you want to leave? And it was because I wanted my time back. I wanted my time freedom. I missed my daughter take her first steps because she was at daycare while I was at work. The last thing I wanted to do was miss one more thing in my daughter's life. So network marketing, I saw the vision, but I had limiting beliefs. I was worried about what other people were going to say to me. I kept getting no's. I kept getting people telling me, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, right? You guys have had that, right? Oh, it's that thing where all the people at the top make all the money. I've heard it all. But I knew that my why was so big that it didn't matter what other people were saying. It doesn't matter what other people think. Listen, I still have haters. I still have people that talk smack to me all the time. And guess what? My why is so big that it doesn't move me anymore. And that's where you have to come from. You have to find things to talk about that inspire you. So if you're running out of content or you don't know what to say, personal development every day, you will get inspired by something. I read a chapter in a book, you guys, and I get like 4 or 5 Facebook Lives that I can do. It's about the work you put in. You have to let go of, well, you know what? Marina's making money, so people listen to her. It's actually the complete opposite. People look at me like I'm making money in the industry, so they're like, I'll listen to her, but you know, she got lucky, or it was easy for her, when they don't know the struggle I had for 2 years. They didn't know that I had a really big income and I completely lost it all and had to restart all over again. They don't know that my house my house went into foreclosure. They don't know that my car got repossessed. They don't know these things about me. I remember when I was at work and literally the repo people came to my job. I was so embarrassed. But people don't know that unless you share your story. And these are things that people can relate to, and it's powerful. You have to get over being shy. And what's really cool about Facebook Lives and building online is even if you are an introvert, you can 10x who you are, come out there, and you can just be you. Be you times 10 and inspire yourself and inspire others. But you have to get over being shy. Because if you look at every 6-figure plus and 7-figure earner in this industry, what are the qualities that these people have. They're confident. They're outgoing. They talk to people. But I can promise you they weren't always this way. At one point, we were all shy. We were all scared. We all had that fear. And we decided to do it anyway. So you have to break through. You have to stop worrying about how many views you're getting. I only got 5 views. I only got 20 views. Nobody's paying attention to me. Here's the deal. If somebody has 500 views and I have 10,000 views, if I'm not doing the back end work to create relationships with these people, to thank them for being on my live and creating real relationships and moving them through the process from a lead to a prospect, the person with 500 views can make more money than me. Think about that for a second. It doesn't matter how many views you have. I know plenty of people that get lots and lots of views, but they don't do the homework on the back end. They're not building on the back end real relationships. And when they get on, they're not providing real value. That's the problem. Okay? So I don't want you to compare anything. I want you to understand this is a process, and that if you're consistent and you stick with it, you will start to see results. So I want to show you guys the power of views and the power of being consistent. My first Facebook Live, I don't know, 100 views, 200 views, I don't even know. 6 months in, I was almost at 1,000 views. 1 year later, I was knocking out 2,000 views. And in 2 years, I had well over 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views on my Facebook Lives. That's what I'm going to share with you tonight, is a little bit about how I've done that. So take notes, but I want you to promise me that you're not on this webinar and you're not going to just listen and you're not going to do anything that you're learning. Because if you do that, then you're wasting an hour of your time. And I don't want you wasting your time, okay? I want you to understand that I'm providing you this information because I truly want you to have success, but I can't force you to press that go live button. So the bottom line is, people are gonna watch you. They're gonna decide if they like you. They're gonna start to enjoy you. They're gonna start to look for you, or like I say, they're gonna start to stalk you. And then they're gonna buy from you. Do you understand that? That people will start to look for you, and then they're going to copy you. I didn't add that in there. And then they will buy from you. All right, let's move on. Sorry, guys, I had to wet my whistle. So now let's talk about the O, which is the online attraction marketing. It's time for you to become an influencer on your Facebook Lives. It's time for you to share your message. It's time for you to have a voice. It's time for you to share your passions. It's time for you to attract your vibe. Are you ready for this? All right, let's move on. So I want you to understand, before you can become a big influencer, you have to teach. You have to teach. 80% of your friends lists, they need to be educated. They need to be educated. They need to know education about your product, education about network marketing, not necessarily your company, but network marketing in general. They need to be educated about how to build online. They need to be educated about motivation. Maybe you're, in a weight loss company and you teach people about, 10 healthy tips to lose weight. You have to educate your audience because 80% of them have to be educated before they purchase from you. 2 to 3% will buy from you right away. And I'm talking about your friends list. So 2 to 3% will buy from you right away. And believe it or not, 10% are never going to buy from you. No matter how amazing you are, no matter how good you are, 10% of people are just never going to buy from you. And I actually will find that 10% if they're not engaging with me, and I delete them. Bless and delete, because they're taking up my algorithm. Because people that you do not, and here's a quick tip, people that you are friends with, that you are not engaging with, or that are not engaging with you, Facebook rates you. You have a score, right? Like, really, Facebook, you have to rate us now? You can't just let it be simple for us? No, it's not simple anymore, guys. So if you're not engaging with certain people and they're not your tribe, just delete them. No harm, no foul. They don't pay attention to you anyway. So here's my number one secret. I taught my way to 6 figures. You will teach your way to 6 figures with Facebook Lives. Think about why you're attracted to the Facebook Lives that you watch. Drop some names of some industry leaders in network marketing that you watch. Drop some names in the chat. Like here, I'll give you a couple. Ray Higdon, Eric Worre, Sarah Robbins, John Melton, Nadia Melton, Bob Heilig. All these names making sense? Okay. All of these names making sense, you guys? What is it about them? What is it about them that is attracting you to them? It's probably because they're teaching you something. You're learning something, right? You're like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. I'm learning so much. So think about that. If you can position yourself in the same way, you will start to build a tribe and people will start to learn from you and they'll think you're valuable and they'll see you're valuable because you're providing so much value. So educate your audience about you, about the industry, and about your products. It's that simple. Without spamming, right? Without spamming, ladies and gentlemen. Please, let's not spam our people and just get on and sell, because it's a lot bigger than that. So something that Ray Higdon teaches that has always stuck out to me is invest, learn, and teach. So I invest my time in my personal development, in my personal growth, right? I want to make sure that everything I'm teaching is valuable. I want to make sure that it's up to date. I want to make sure I'm not teaching something from like a month ago, right? Social media is always changing. So can you imagine if I didn't invest the time to learn the new algorithm or learn the new stuff that's coming out and I went and taught you something from 6 months ago and then you started doing it and you weren't getting results? How upset would you be? You would be so upset. So you got to put the time in of learning new things and then you can turn around and teach it. Make sense? So how does educating your audience on other topics benefit you? Well, first of all, it's going to drive more shares. If people learn something, they're inspired and they feel empowered, they're going to hit that share button. And all of a sudden, you are now not only reaching your friends, but you're reaching their friends. Next, you're going to appeal to a bigger audience. You're going to find a bigger tribe. You're actually going to figure out what it is you should be talking about because you're going to see the people that are sharing. And then you're going to see when you do another topic, people aren't sharing. So you're actually going to find your brand. Next, it's going to position you as being knowledgeable. You know your stuff. You know what you're talking about. So people are going to start coming to you for advice. How cool is that? It's going to help you find what your audience likes for you to talk about. And the last, it's ultimately going to attract more leads and drive more sales because that's really the end goal, right? Is to build your network marketing business. You're going to accidentally build a brand in the process of doing this. So many of you have asked me, Marina, I want to build a brand. And I'm like, you don't do Facebook Lives enough. You can't build a brand until you get yourself in motion. So now is the time more than ever. It's not too late. I promise you to get started with Facebook Lives. Stop selling and provide value. Give away your experience. Give away your knowledge. Give it away, you guys. The more you give, the more you will get. Isn't that so true? It's so true. So here's an example. When I first started Facebook Lives, I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was just talking. I was sharing my experiences. I was sharing my life. I was sharing things that I had learned to grow my business. It was also a way for me to talk to my team. So I was kind of training my team at the same time I was building a tribe. After 6 months of doing that, all of a sudden, my Moms in Heels brand came to life. It came to life. So you will find a brand when you're doing this. So here are 3 steps to becoming unforgettable on your live. Because remember, you guys, that's the whole point. We want to become unforgettable on our Facebook Lives. So what? So people come back, right? We want people searching for us. That's the whole point of it. So if you share who you are, people are going to think about you when you're not around. So for instance, people send me pictures of high heels all the time. a coffee mug with high heels. People ask, Marina, can I have your address so I can send you something cool? And it's always something to do with a high heel. Maybe you guys saw my Facebook stories the other day. I always have people sending me stuff about high heels. That's because they're thinking about me even when I'm not in their face, because I've made myself unforgettable. You could do the same thing. Be authentic. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. You know, this is huge. And I feel like everybody that's starting to do Facebook Lives, they feel like they have to be like another leader in the industry. And I want you to know that that's not true. I don't care if you're not as loud as I am. I'm Italian. Of course I'm loud. I don't care if you're, you know, not as like energetic as I am. I don't care if you don't want to teach about network marketing. Be authentic to who you are, because that's enough. It is enough. We're all unique for a reason. And if somebody's telling you otherwise, you let me know. You let me know. And the last thing is, be contagious and smile. Can you guys feel that I'm smiling right now as I'm talking to you? Can you feel that? I hope so. There's a reason that I smile when I talk, is because one, it puts me in a good place. And two, people love it, right? We talk about, you know, something that I put into practice every single day is smiling at complete strangers. Unless I feel like it's a creeper, then I don't do that. I kind of put my head down and run the other way. I don't know how many of you have done that before, but I do. I smile at, like, especially like older women and, you know, children. You don't know who's not smiling at them. Smile. It feels good. Now let's talk about your titles. Hold on one second, guys. Let me wet my whistle again. Hold on. Titles for your Facebook Lives. So maybe you saw my Facebook Live on this, maybe you haven't, but titles are important, because before they press play, they want to know what the heck they're going to press play on, right? They want to know, okay, so what is she going to talk about? If you don't have a title when you do a Facebook Live, you're wasting a Facebook Live. Please do not go live without a title. Please don't. And if I see you do it, I'm going to message you. Because the first thing that they're going to see, besides your gorgeous face, is they're going to see the title. So here's some tips. Your titles need to have direction. So here's an example. If you're in a weight loss company, 4 tips to eating healthier, 5 ways to shred belly fat, 6 things to not do when trying to lose weight, 10 amazing ways to something, 3 things I did to, and then how to do. So the how-to videos are important. You probably heard me say this before, but do you know there was a woman, and I heard this from an upline member of mine like a year ago or something, but do you know there's a woman literally that did a live on how to fold a fitted sheet, like a sheet for your bed, and she had over 2 million or 3 million views because it was a how-to video. People love it. How many times, I can't even tell you how many times I watch makeup tutorials because I can't figure out how to put my makeup on half the time, even though it looks good. It's because I watch how-to videos, or how to do my hair, or how to match clothes, or what did I do the other day? I had to fix the lock on my door. So I had to Google how to fix the door on my lock, how to make a PowerPoint, right? People love how-to videos. They love them. So this is just some examples of what to do with your titles. You always want to find a way in your titles and in your Facebook Lives to connect to pain points. So you have pain points, right? You've overcome some obstacles in some area. Maybe it's some relationships. Maybe it's parenting. Maybe it's, I don't know. What else could it be? Maybe it's in business. There's so many different things that you can do to share your pain points. People relate to pain points. Be relatable, right? You have to be relatable. If you're talking about Ferraris and you're talking about owning a plane, which I see all the time in our industry, and it drives me absolutely bonkers, right? If you're talking about all that, it's not in reach for people. If I talk about how much money I make a month, it's not in reach for people. I don't even, when I'm talking to my prospects, you guys, I don't tell them how much money I make. They're not going to believe it. I have to be relatable. I have to relate to their pain points. So you want to make sure you're doing that in Facebook Lives. And be real. Don't lie. Don't make up stories. Don't fib. Don't like amplify something. Be honest. Be real. Because I could tell you that it comes back to bite you in the butt. I know, because I've seen it. You want to be authentic and be real with people. And share your pain points. Think about this. Why do you think Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner and that show has the amount of views that it does? Because I remember when it first started and I thought the show was ridiculous. I was like, there's no way that people are going to watch these 3, 4, 5 girls, you know, talk about how much money they have. But it blew up. I mean, 10 years. 10 years. Why do you think people watch it? Yes, they're celebrities, but there's a reason. It's their vulnerability. They show when they fight, not that I'm saying to do that, please don't do that, but they show their pain. They get emotional. They share when they mess up. They share when they have a win. That's how you share your pain points. You become vulnerable. Listen, I share my pain points all the time. All the time. I'm not afraid to do it anymore. It's a little painful in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. You'll get nervous. That's okay. But people are going to appreciate that about you. They're going to appreciate that you're nervous. They're going to appreciate that you went through something, right? Inspiration can move mountains. And by you sharing your pain points, let's not even talk about money for a second. What if you impacted somebody's life? What if that one Facebook Live you did impacted somebody's life? That's the importance. So you need to inspire people. You have to get inspired before you can inspire others. You have to. If you're not inspired before you go live and you just wing it, you guys are not going to bring powerful, powerful content. It's going to be like, bleh, and you're going to bore people. So 50 to 60% of my Facebook Lives comes from personal development that I do every single day. I just did an amazing training for a group with over 20,000 members in it about time blocking, 30-minute time blocking. It's super important that you add in personal development because that's where you're going to find your content from. And this is one of my favorite quotes of all times. Maya Angelou, love her. She's such an inspiration. You guys know she didn't speak until she was like the age, I think she was like 9 or 10. And it was a story that inspired her to get her to start speaking because of the trauma that she went through. Her story just inspires me so much. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's the power of network marketing. That's the power of sharing your story. That's the power of inspiring yourself and so you can inspire others. Because people will forget what you say, but they won't forget how you made them feel. So do you feel like the fear of subsiding a little bit? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me know. Put a yes in the comments if your fear is subsiding. Let me see some yeses. Let me see some yeses. All right. It's okay if it's not, you guys. Don't freak out. Not everybody is going to like immediately be like, I can do this. I'm going to rock this, right? It took me time. It took every single leader. Listen, guys, there's still 6, and I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. There's 6 and 7 figure earners in the industry, you guys, that are still not doing Facebook Lives because they don't know how to do them. But they're building old school ways. So you are already ahead a step. You're a step ahead. By learning this information right now, you are a step ahead of the people that are already making 6 and 7 figures. So give yourself a pat on the back, okay? So how do we actually, now let's go into the S. So the first S was slay. The second, the O was online attraction marketing, and the S is sales. So how do we actually convert these views into sales, right? Like how do we turn them into sales, Marina? Let me go through that with you right now. So there's a 3-step process. You love how everything is just 3 steps. I like to make it super simple. You need to engage with your viewers. You need to convert your visitors into leads or prospects. And then you need to nurture those leads into customers. So we're going to go over my 3-3-3, how to turn a lead into a prospect right now. Right now. Let's do it. So we teach and we sell without selling. We're going to go into that in a second. Hold on. These are the biggest mistakes I see on Facebook Lives, by the way. And these drive me crazy. You're not getting an engagement because you're not giving engagement. When you do a Facebook Live, you need to have a call to action at the very end of it. They're not long enough. You're like going on for 4 minutes and then you're freaking out and you're hitting the finish button. Or they're too long. You're going on and you're just rambling. You're yapping away. You're off topic. You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't have bullet points and it's just too long. Or you're not showing love to those that are engaging. It's important that you thank the people for being a part of you, for watching, for sharing, for commenting, for liking. Do you understand that people love to be loved on? Don't you love being loved on? I do. I love when another big leader gives me a shout out. It makes me want to share more of their stuff. So showing them love is very, very important. So you want to drive the engagement. And these are things that you can do while you're on the Facebook Live. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Drop a 1 if you're on the replay. Hey, if you share this, share it in the comments so I can shout you out. If you're new, drop new in the comments. Now, not only are you doing this because you want to see who's engaging, but you're also doing this because it's going to drive the engagement. It's going to drive the algorithm, and you're talking to the replay viewers. So you want those likes, you want those comments, and you want those shares. That's what's going to drive the engagement. So if you guys were wondering why I'm always like, drop a 1 if you're in the replay, that's why. It drives it. It's going to keep it in the news feed longer. So the call to action. Here's some simple examples. Join me tomorrow at this time for another Facebook Live. If you want more info, put info in the comments. To join our group, drop group below. Our goal is to drive our viewers to our messenger box. That is the point. You're never going to drop a link in the comments. Okay? Never. You're always going to drive the conversation into your private messenger. That's super important. And if you don't have this app, please download it. I know some people are like, oh, don't download it. They can track your every move. And I laugh because if you have the Facebook app, they can track your every move. If you have Snapchat, they can track your every move. If you have a phone, anybody can track your every move. Just turn your location off. It's just that simple. So here's an example of what I did for my product giveaway. And I wanted to give you guys this idea. It was a raffle that we did. And you could see the shares, 46 shares, you guys. So I wanted to give you this example. You can go ahead and screenshot this. You could do the same thing. And how I got the shares was I said, if you share this, you get a free sample of my product. And then I went into explaining the product. I do these about once a month. Okay, so don't do this every week. Don't do this every day. Once a month or maybe once every 2 weeks, you could do a Facebook Live like this and let your teams know to jump on and look at the shares because people love free. So they wanted free. So I said, if you share this, you get a free sample. So if you don't have samples in your company, you can get creative. Figure something out. You can get creative. All right, now we got to take that action and let's turn these leads into prospects. The difference between leads and prospects are this. A lead likes your post, comments on your post, shares your post. A prospect is asking about your product or you've approached about the product and they have seen the information. They have seen your presentation. So first, turning a lead into a prospect. There's the high heel. You want to comment 3 times on their post in 1 week, okay? So you're going to comment 3 times on their post in 1 week. So you're going to follow them. You're going to track them. So you're keeping eyeballs on you. You want to show them that you're paying attention to them. The next is you're going to have 3 conversations in private messenger with them, not about your product. How are you? How was your week? Oh my goodness, I saw that beautiful picture of your daughter. She looks great. Open the conversation because it's going to drive them back to your Facebook page where hopefully you do have a post or a Facebook Live about your product or your business. And the third is you're going to ask them 3 questions to find their pain point. We always want to find somebody else's pain point. So I just want to go through this a little bit quickly with you guys because I don't want to go over the time because I have some stuff at the end for you. So you're going to compliment them. You're going to connect with them and find their pain point. And you're going to close them. You're going to close them. You're going to ask them once they've been exposed, are you ready to get started? No, I'm not ready to get started. Well, okay, let's get you some more information. So here's some quick tips for before, during, and after a Facebook Live. Before finding your content, if you're doing personal development 30 minutes a day, I promise you, you will have plenty and plenty of content. Maybe you're teaching about something you learned from your upline. Maybe what you've learned in another influencer in the industry. Maybe it's from me and it's in my Moms and Heels group. Quotes you can wrap your story around, right? So I have a story that goes with Maya Angelou's quote. She went through trauma. I went through trauma. Her story inspired me. And I want to share how she got over what she did and how I implemented it into my life. Quotes you can wrap your story around. Wins and losses in your life. People love to hear about people that have failed, but then what they did to overcome it. Hot topics in the news. Maybe it's, hurricanes. I'm about to show you what I did. You guys are going to be blown away by this. I was actually blown away. I was texting my business coach. I was like, I cannot believe how many shares I got on this video. But like hot topics that are in the news that, that are going on that you can put your 2 cents in about. So here we had a hurricane here in South Florida, and this was in September. And a really good friend of mine sent me a video on how, if the power goes out, to use a battery to charge your phone without the electric. And I was like, this is amazing. And I was like, I need to share this just because I want people to know, and I wanted my family to know. You guys, I had 1,350 shares, 43,000 views. I was blown away. It's still getting shared to this day. And all because I shared something that was hot in the news because it was a category 5/4 storm that was heading towards us. And it was a very big topic in the news. I leveraged the hot topics in the news and I made a post about it. So that's getting creative, okay? So what you want to avoid while you're doing Facebook Lives: pitching, horrible lighting, a loud area, walking around, speaking low, waiting for people to jump on before you start because nobody could show up and you could be just sitting there. I did that actually last night because I didn't know I was live in a group. How embarrassing. So you want to make sure as soon as it says it's live, you start talking. And don't welcome every single person that jumps on because it's boring. You can welcome like 2 or 3 people, but you don't need to welcome everyone. And getting distracted, make sure you have notes. It's really, really important. Here's a quick tip that this is a brand new thing that just happened. This happened to myself and to a couple other leaders, that when we went live, everything was all good. And then somebody tried to jump on it. So it turned it sideways. It like turned our video sideways. So when you go live, you will see that button right there. This one, you're going to hit that. And then it's going to say guest request. Allow your viewers to request to join you as a guest in your broadcast. You're going to turn that off. And then nobody can join your broadcast. Okay. So make sure you do that. After you're live, you always want to respond to each individual comment on your Facebook Lives. It drives up your algorithm. And you want to private message anybody who shares your live and thank them. The person who has the most conversations and tells their story to the most people wins. So here's my secret to more conversations. I use Facebook stories and Messenger stories to interact with my friends. Show your friends who you are. And I'm just going to go over this quickly. This is how you do Facebook stories. Okay? People love to watch you. This is a great way to share your life with others. So make sure you screenshot this because I'm going to go through it quickly. So you just push the button on the top, direct, you hit send video, you record your video or take a picture, or you could take one down low and then you just post it. All right, so the special announcement is coming. I bet you guys are feeling a lot better about doing Facebook Lives, aren't you? You guys have learned something. If you've gotten some value from this, please drop the number 5 in the chat. Hopefully you're getting some value. Let me see those 5s come in. Those 5s come in. All right. Let's move on. Promise to only keep this to an hour. Listen, if you still feel uneasy, let me just tell you, I sucked when I first started. You got to be bad before you're good, good before you're great, and great before you're flawsome. So I want you to not freak out and just know that you're going to get better with time. Remember my chart. Okay? Remember my chart. It's powerful. So here comes a special offer. Hold on, guys. Let me put my seatbelt on for this one. So my 3-step SOS Facebook Live formula, I created a course. I absolutely did. This is jam-packed. There are 3 modules in it. I dive deep. It's my S, O, and S. There's 3 trainings, 20 to 30 minutes each in each module, okay? Like I put it took 90 days. I've been working on this for you guys. We're gonna help you get over your MVP mindset. We're gonna help you drive more views. And we're gonna help you to sell without selling. And you're gonna have this, and it's gonna be like a habit, and you're gonna do this with no fear. So we're gonna help you slay your lives. So if you ever wonder like how and where to get the MVP mindset to slay your lives, are you afraid of what others might think of you still? I get it. Maybe you're afraid nobody's gonna care what you have to say. We're gonna dive in deep of why you need Facebook Lives even deeper. I'm gonna help you create that MVP mindset. I'm gonna help you create the most attractive content for Facebook Lives to where you're unforgettable. People are gonna be like, whoa, she's growing, he's growing. Check it out. The second module is online attraction marketing. So do you ever get sidetracked while you're doing a live? I've been there. Maybe you're not sure how to make a game plan that will create more views or attract more customers. Maybe you have trouble finding topics, or maybe you have content, but you don't know how to get like titles for lives, or maybe you don't know how to like bullet point out your topics. The same 5 people are watching your lives, and maybe it's your upline or your team, and you're just not getting through to new people. I'm gonna teach you how to become an influencer, how to set up for a live, and the strategies of what to say on the live to drive engagement and shares. Now, module 3 is selling without selling. Maybe you're having trouble closing people through private messenger. You feel like you have to get on the phone with them and you're like losing time and wasting time. Guys, I don't get on the phone with my prospects. I close them all through private messenger. People aren't responding to you. Maybe you're hearing crickets. Ugh, that's the worst. I'm gonna tell you how to rejuvenate those. You can't get over 300 to 500 views. No one is reaching out to you with your Facebook Lives. After the live, there's so much that you need to be doing to close more customers and distributors. I'm gonna teach you my easy tracking follow-up system so I never lose a lead and I never lose a prospect. And I'm gonna help you expand your reach for thousands and thousands of views. Plus, I threw in some bonus modules, hence the high heels. The bonus modules, you're gonna receive my SOS Facebook list building tracker. It's a video. Lifetime access to my Moms in Heels group. And when I launch my other accountability group, you will be one of the first members in it. And it's gonna be completely different than my Moms in Heels group now. So I have a list of all the first founders of my 3-step SOS Facebook Live formula. So you will get in that lifetime access. You're gonna have a video of how to set up your Facebook profile settings, the strategies to use, and how your Facebook needs to look. It's a video, how to become unforgettable. You're also gonna get a video on how to create a boomerang video through Instagram so you can repurpose it on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want. A 1-hour training on how to tell your story to attract more leads. And a special strategy session recording on creating content with one of my clients that I recorded, and yes, I had her permission, that you're gonna see like exactly what I train and how I teach people to start with their content. So here's some testimonials from our healers. Yes, you are now a healer, if you're wondering. Erin said, I just want to take a moment to not only thank Marina, but to tell you how it just takes one comment for everything to click and make sense. Marina gave me a call on Friday afternoon to help me build on some business questions. I had no idea who I was or how to brand myself. I felt so stuck and confused, and she took the time to help me figure it out. Erin's rocking it out. She is killing it with her Facebook Lives right now. Mary Kay Mullally, she's a 6-figure earner and the network marketing professional. Marina's Facebook training was simple and clear with step-by-step instructions. I was able to easily implement the steps, which resulted in greater visibility of my content, more likes and comments on my posts. The biggest breakthrough, though, was from her coaching on Facebook Live videos. She not only helped me to identify the most engaging content to do live videos, but taught me how to engage with my followers. Kara is rocking it out of the park. So it's just another, testimony of that coming in. And you have explained why lives are important, why they matter, how to give good content, and how to attract people to those lives. Erin Murphy, I can't speak highly enough about this program and what it has done for my Facebook Lives. Not only am I getting more views after I started following the tips provided, but I am getting a ton more interaction. Tina Joe, I thought I had my act together. She's so funny. Until I started using Marina's SOS tracker. Seriously, once I sat down and saw on paper my plan for social media marketing versus her plan, it was a no-brainer. So what else is included in this course? You're going to get my SOS Facebook Live checklist. It's a PDF, my SOS updated Facebook tracking guide. I know a lot of you have been asking for it. My SOS Facebook Live titled cheat sheet. My SOS PDF, how to go live. The module 1 we went through, module 2, module 3, and the bonus material. So I want to share with you guys the total value on this. With the time that I put in and everything, it's a lot more than what I actually valued it at $9.99. It's well over that because I spent a long time on this. However, the regular course price is only $297. But because you guys are the first people to be on this webinar, and because you are part of my Moms in Heels group, because you are my first healers, for 72 hours only, it's at a whopping $147 that you're getting all of this content, okay, for 72 hours only. And I'm so freaking confident that you are going to attract more leads, close more customers and distributors, that I'm giving you a 30-day money-back guarantee. So we're going to increase your customer sales. We're going to attract new leads weekly. We're going to increase your Facebook algorithm. We're going to do all of this with this course. But if for some reason it didn't work, no money, no questions asked, you just have to email me at marina@momsinheels.com, which you will get. You'll get all that, or you could just send me a private message, and I will absolutely give you your 30-day money-back guarantee. So this is who this course is for. If you are already using Facebook Lives in your network marketing business, this course is for you. If you are ready to start leveraging Facebook Lives in your business, this course is for you. If you have a team using Facebook Lives, this course is for you. If you are ready to break through the fear of doing Facebook Lives, and if you are ready to convert more sales and attract more leads consistently into your business. So there's limited spots that are available, you guys, at this price, and it's only for my moms and healers. So here's the deal. To grab your course today at the $147 price for 72 hours only, here's the link that you go to, promo.momsinheels.com. It's going to take you directly to the checkout page. It will already be at that discounted price. And the second you purchase, you will create a login and you're ready to go. You are ready to go. So again, it's screenshot this. It's the promo.momsinheels.com. That's where you're going to go to grab your course today. So what I want to be able to do is answer some of the questions that you guys have. So if you are in the Moms in Heels group, and if you're not, you should have received an email. You should have received an email, you guys. So what I would like you guys to do is, if you have any questions, please post them in the Moms in Heels group. But most of the questions are going to be answered in the course. However, just go ahead and post some questions in there on the live feed where this has been streamed. So this way, there's some people in there that have already been through this course that can help answer some of your questions if you have questions about the course and things like that. So thank you for taking the time to be here with me. I can't believe I shoved all that information into an hour. Thank goodness I'm Italian and I talk fast. I'm proud of you for committing to be here. If you need to share this, the replay link with your people on your team, you absolutely can. I'm going to leave this link up for 72 hours only, starting now. So make sure that you get that link to your teams. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for joining.